mounting pressure from some of the biggest names in politics for Governor Greitens to leave the governor's mansion.
That includes Senate Majority Leader Mike Keogh. He's now the highest ranking member of the state legislature to call for Greitens to resign. Last night, a special House investigation report was released, including testimony from a woman who says Greitens slapped, grabbed, and shoved her during their relationship back in 2015. Greitens has said he'll continue to serve, and allegations of violence or sexual assault are false. And that includes so many people coming out against the governor of Missouri AG Josh Hawley. He says the governor should step down. Also, Claire McCaskill, U.S. Senator, she says he should step down as well.
U.S. Senator Roy Blunt, though, not calling for his resignation, Stephen. Instead, he is saying that he believes the governor deserves his day in court. All of this, though, after Governor Greitens has lost yet another major supporter. One
of his biggest political donors, Michael Mahoney, investigates.
Eric Greitens was not David Humphrey's first choice to be governor, but when he got the nomination, Humphreys went in big, donating more than $1 million to the campaign. So this is a shocker. The Joplin businessman announcing Governor Greitens should resign as the new revelations describe behavior that makes it impossible to retain confidence in his ability to govern wisely and well.
Investigate the facts surrounding misconduct by Governor Greitens.
And as explosive as this week's scathing report on the governor's affair in 2015 may be, it probably won't be a direct part of his criminal case.
It's not admissible necessarily as what we call an official document, as an exception to the hearsay rule, assuming that there's some hearsay in there.
Wersch is a veteran defense lawyer, and he says it could play a role.
Latest on that scandal facing the governor of Missouri.
The Greitens scandal is now national news, and it will be again this evening on the network.
The
broadcast is likely to be seen by the St. Louisans, who will be picked for the governor's trial next month.
It would require extensive questioning of the prospective jurors as to whether they read or heard about that report. And if so, had they made up their mind about this case.
Now, Michael Mahoney was in Jefferson City yesterday covering this as it was developing. He joins me now. Some lawmakers are calling the actions attributed to Governor Greitens in that House report as sexual abuse. Michael, is that something that prosecutors could seize upon?
Possibly. It wouldn't be part, Haley, of the indictment now or anything else, but it's the sort of thing that they could use as a foundation if they wanted to charge him with something else. In fact, some of the prosecutors and defense lawyers I talked with today said a sexual abuse or assault charge, given what was in the House report, might actually be easier to prove than the invasion of privacy indictment that he's facing now.
Well, no doubt that this is not the end of the story. We'll keep following it on. Stephen.
Today, attorneys for the governor asked the judge to dismiss the criminal indictment against him, accusing prosecutors of misconduct for withholding a videotaped interview with the woman. They say prosecutors initially claimed the recorder had malfunctioned, but finally shared a copy of that recording last night, only after the House released its report. A judge says these are serious allegations of perjury, but he made no immediate ruling.